A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, former President Donald Trump has outlined a potential framework for security guarantees that may include U.S. air support and European ground troops. Speaking on Fox News, Trump emphasized the urgency of the situation, warning that failure in negotiations between Moscow and Kyiv could lead to a rough scenario. He noted that European allies are prepared to deploy troops on the ground, highlighting his discussions with leaders from France, Germany, and the UK during a meeting at the White House. When it comes to security, they're willing to put people on the ground, Trump stated, reinforcing the notion that the US could provide aerial assistance, which he believes is unmatched globally. However, he assured that no American ground forces would be sent to Ukraine, maintaining a clear stance against Ukraine's potential NATO membership, a point of contention with Russia. The backdrop of these discussions is the ongoing war that has ravaged Ukraine for over 3 years, with the country seeking assurances for its post-war security. Russia has consistently opposed Ukraine's NATO aspirations and has expressed hostility towards the presence of Western troops in the region. Trump expressed confidence that European nations are ready to take decisive action. "I don't think it's going to be a problem, to be honest with you. I think Putin is tired of the war," he remarked. Following his meetings with European leaders, Trump is advocating for a bilateral summit involving Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. He mentioned that he has reached out to Putin in hopes of facilitating a meeting with Zelensky, suggesting that he would participate in subsequent talks if initial discussions prove fruitful. However, he cautioned that there is a possibility of Putin backing out of negotiations, urging both leaders to exhibit flexibility. A critical aspect of the peace talks revolves around the territorial disputes that have arisen from the conflict. Trump acknowledged that Ukraine may need to accept the loss of certain territories, including the contested eastern Donbass region, in exchange for peace. "You know, a big chunk of territory is taken and that territory has been taken," he explained, noting that a significant portion of Donbass is currently under Russian control. He emphasized the military disparity between Ukraine and Russia, stating, "You don't take on a nation that's 10 times your size." Trump reiterated that the path to peace may require Ukraine to make concessions in order to halt the violence and restore stability. "They're going to stop having people killed all over the place, and they're going to get a lot of land," he concluded, suggesting that a pragmatic approach may be necessary for Ukraine's future. As discussions continue, the international community watches closely, hopeful that a resolution can be reached to end the suffering caused by this prolonged conflict. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.